Welcome back to Leading Blind. Today we are discussing A Diva's Christmas Carol. Directed by Frank McNamara, this movie stars Vanessa Williams as Ebony Scrooge, Kathy Griffith as the Ghost of Christmas Past, John Taylor as the Ghost of Christmas Present, Rosanda Chili Thomas as Marley, and Brian McNamara as Bob Cratchit. Now let's get down to the biscuits of this story. What's different? Well, it's set in the modern day. Ebony Scrooge is a recording artist, surprise, surprise, played by Vanessa Williams herself. And her Belle character, Scrooge's love interest in the original story, is actually also the Bob Cratchit character in this. Yeah, I found that interesting. I was about 17 when this movie came out, and I've loved it from that moment. I know, me and my cheesy movies, but what can I say? It's worth a watch. Kathy Griffith is great as the Ghost of Christmas Past, and generally I find her nothing but fucking annoying. Roz Chili, as Marley, the deceased former band member from when Ebony was part of an actual girl group. And one half of Duran Duran playing the Ghost of Christmas Present. Now, you might notice I didn't mention the Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come. And that's because one of the more unique aspects of this chintzy little play on an old classic is that the Ghost of Christmas Past pulled a Scrooged with Bill Murray, if you remember the Grim Reaper, which was classic, also having a chest full of, a TV face. There you go. Not a chest, but a TV face. Well, in this, it's just Scrooge's TV playing an episode of VH1's The Life Story of. And I remember loving it at the time because that show was pretty big when this movie came out. So it made sense. It aired on VH1. They used one of their shows. And it was pretty damn clever to have her stuck there thinking that at first that, oh, hey, this interview I finally did or this documentary I finally did is finally airing. Only to later find out that, this is actually her epitaph. And she gets, sucked into the TV for some weird reason at the end, and then just wakes up. But whatever, that's neither here nor there. A lot of Scrooge adaptations have a really hard time with that moment. It's chintzy, it's cheesy, it's dated, but it's still a Christmas Carol, and I think for the most part, it really manages to hit things home. We go into her past, obviously, and we see that Marley was a former band member that died in a car wreck because they were all, alcoholics and druggies and stuff like that. And immediately after she died, in her grief, Scrooge broke away from the other girl and just cut her off completely and went and did her own fat solo career. And she's condemned a lot for this. Then you have her assistant Bob, who was her love interest in the past, and she broke up because she was getting to be big and bad famous, and not only was her boyfriend her manager, but she was also afraid that the fame was going to go to both their heads, and they were going to cheat on each other, and stuff like that. So he went off and got married, and had little Tim, and all that, and she's still alone. She has a niece and not a nephew. She had a brother who died and not a sister, although, well, where the hell's her brother? I don't know if we ever find out why he died. And, at least you can be like, well, Fred's mother died in childbirth. But that's not what happened in this one because it was her brother. Scrooge's brother. So let's figure that out. So, I know my review has been kind of a hot mess, but it's the Christmas season. I'm super tired all the time. My eyes have been wigging out. Oh, and I've got a dog who's going berserk every single chance he gets. Enzo, come here. Come here. Come here. You want to say hi to the people? That's my Enzo puppy. So, yep. Distracting. But I did want to get this out on time for Christmas before the really thick holiday craziness started. What makes this show worth watching? Well, if you don't like musicals, but you're interested in something that might have a little musical touch to it, watching A Christmas Carol story about a pop star is a good way to go. It starts off with her making a music video and being a total bitch to the people on crew and, you know, telling her backup singers they can't make new hairbrushes and stupid shit like that. And then in the end, it's really sweet because she's throwing a concert that's supposed to raise money to make up deficits, but to the public, they're telling them it's all going to charity. And during the time when the Ghost of Christmas Present is walking her around and finding out all the shit that people are talking about her, she finds out that her lawyer is actually embezzling money, and that's where all the money's been going. So when she does hold her concert at the very end, after she's renewed her Christmas spirit, my dog is growling. We find out that she is going to give the money for charity, and the guy that has been embezzling money has actually been dating an undercover FBI agent, so he gets arrested. Which is kind of nice comeuppance. You know, so they pay total respect and homage, but they have fun with it, and they do a couple of new little twists. I mean, nothing way too innovative and envelope pushing, but it's a little different. And it's just a lot of fun, and really, for Christmas time, what else can you possibly do except sit down by your Christmas tree with a warm blanket over your lap, eating popcorn, drinking cocoa, and just having a warm, fuzzy moment with your family. So, God bless everyone. Have a wonderful Christmas. If you like my videos, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see you in 2019.